Well, it's a new day in the workroom, and it's the final for... There's one more challenge standing in between my way from the finale. This is make or break. I can't get over my head here.
The queens all enter the workroom with excitement and tension. The queens once again congratulate Tiny on her win, and Fleury for winning the lip sync. Fleury says she's sad that she had to cut her friend, but she has to be in the top 3 no matter what. Tiny then says the new goal aside from getting the crown is just making the finale. Getting a laugh from the queen. Staryu says she hopes Pave has a good knack for sewing after the speech he gave last week. Pave says that while yes, he meant every word he said in that moment, he still considers everyone a sister to him. Before he gave Tiny a hug and she hugs him back.
I'm honestly so excited that I've made it this far. Last week I snatched my second win, however now that everyone has to win. This just means whoever wins this challenge gets the final win, and 3 at that.
Fleury says that this week will determine who the front runners are going into the finale. Staryu then says she'll be planning on winning the challenge to be the queen with 3 wins into the finale. Pave says it'll be able to match her 3 bottom placements. Getting a laugh from Fleury and a glare from Staryu. Staryu then says it would be very unfortunate if Pave's car gets keyed once he finds it, when he gets a plane ticket back to his trashy island with trashy queens who've yet to win. Pave stifles a laugh and says he must have struck a nerve.
Honestly, Pave's yet to impress me in this competition. He's only won dance challenges and then has done less than subpar in the rest of the competition. Maybe this week will be his swan song, or should I say Peacock's song.
Tiny then asks the queens who they think will be chopped this week before the finale. Fleury says she believes that Staryu is on bite time, especially after her placement last week. Staryu then snaps back by saying that Fleury shouldn't be talking about bite time when she was in the bottom last week. Fleury rolls her eyes and Pave says he doesn't care who goes home as long as it's competition. Tiny then quickly says so not Staryu or Fleury. Getting a laugh from Pave. The alarm then goes off for the queens to be getting the challenge.
Girls, Staryu keeps taking everything personally. She's real lucky that I'm afraid to get on her family's bad side, or else I'd beat the snot out of her.
Honestly, I think the stress of the competition coming to an end is getting to everyone. The energy in the room is so low, and it's probably because bitch it's top for like yay sure I'm shitting myself, but they don't need to know that, haha.
Hello my sickening queens, it's the semi-finals, burning up. Let's get the ball rolling on this lap. Don't want to end up like some queens who gave up at the last moment where it mattered most. Guess who's back in this house? Welcome my sickening queens to the next leg of the competition. It's only 4. I wish I could say I'm sad there's only 4, but there were too many of you girls. But now let's move on to this week's challenge. Because this week is a bit legendary, we will be hosting Holland's first ever ball. To celebrate this iconic moment, we will be paying tribute to the many iconic cartoon Drag Race series. Think of this week as a love letter to the icons who make the franchises. Now then, let's move on to the categories. The first category is my favorite franchise. You can do any of the official franchises as inspo of your look to pay homage to the general place. Second category is award-winning looks. You'll be recreating iconic looks from the lovely franchises. And your final category, the look, you will have to make a look inspired by one of the many winners of Drag Race, and fittingly enough, we have a winner gracing our stages. Because tonight our guest judge will be the iconic winner of Cartoon Drag Race Philippines, Camilla.
Oh my god, I love Carmilla. What do you mean that's not her name? It's Camilla. Carmilla sounds correct.
Now my queens, as you know, this is the final leg of the competition. You can grab the materials you need to create an outfit for your design look. So good luck, and y'all better not fuck it up.
The queens then rush to grab materials from the table, and after a few minutes of scrambling, the queens all walk back to their stations. Tiny and Pave are both working together, and Tiny asks if Pave is nervous, and Pave says he absolutely is, but is worked too hard to stumble right now, and Tiny nods and continues to sketch her outfit. After a few minutes, Pave asks how Tiny got into drag. She says that in her area she has had drag all around her growing up, and that her bestie and soon-to-be girlfriend at the time, Calypso, got her into drag and got her into her first gig. She then turns the question around to Pave and asks him the same. Pave says he's always had her interest in dancing and other shit gay kids like. Getting a laugh from Tiny. He then says he had been performing for so long he's added makeup to his performances and then threw on a wig, and one day he just suddenly became a drag queen and never stopped. Tiny then asks who Pave will be recreating for his iconic winner, and Pave says he'll be doing Doris, the winner winner of Cartoon Drag Race Season 4 and says that he thinks she's a legend in the community, but people can't see her talent because they're blinded by transphobia.
I honestly think people sleep on the queens who won earlier seasons because their lazy asses are too unbothered to watch because Doris is talented. That's why I'm doing her bits.
Pave then asks who Tiny is doing. Tiny says she's going to be doing someone she's looked up to ever since she won her season, being Talia, the winner of Cartoon Drag Race France 2. Pave giggled and says he hopes nobody dies on the stage, and Tiny says she'll be knocking the judges dead with her outfit. Hopefully not enough to evacuate them, but to gag them. Pave then looks at Tiny's station and asks why she doesn't have a lot of blue fabrics, and Tiny says she wants to do a more body tea version of Talia and basically turn her into a hooker.
At first glance, you might be looking at my idea and be like, Tiny, what the fuck are you doing, you dumb bitch? But don't worry, because I have a plan, a great one at that, and it might land me in the top this week.
Staryu is whizzing through making her outfit inspired by Starmie with her sketch right beside her. She then realized she needs a purple foundation, but the only queen with that is Flurry. She groaned before calming herself down and walking over to Flurry's station and asked if she could borrow some of Flurry's foundation for her outfit. Flurry looks Staryu up and down and simply says no. Staryu pleads with Flurry and Flurry shoots her down once again. Staryu then tries to talk again, but Flurry tells her to leave again. Staryu groans again and says she's almost done with her outfit. All she needs is body paint to cover her body. Flurry rolls her eyes and tells Staryu if she says yes will she leave, and Staryu says yes, and Flurry hands Staryu her foundation.
Well, luckily, I was able to get what I wanted. As much as I honestly think her drag is just cheap and cookie cutter, I was going to apologize to her, then she cut me off. So either I find another opportunity to apologize for honestly who knows what I did, or I just say fuck her.
Girl, all I'm trying to do is just work on my runway. And here comes Staryu once again trying to annoy me and trying to sabotage a contestant, and like I'm sick of it. But I can't give her a piece of my mind, because I still have to make my design based off of the icon herself, Herontis.
Flurry continues to work on her design, but part of her design snags onto the sewing machine. Flurry shrieks and starts trying to get her outfit out of the sewing machine. Staryu looks over and thinks for a few minutes before going over, and she helps Flurry get her outfit out of the sewing machine. Flurry looks shocked that Staryu helped her, and Staryu then asks if that's good enough for an apology, and Flurry nods her head and thanks Staryu for the help. The two continue to work on Flurry's outfit, and Flurry asks if Staryu is already done, and Staryu says she's already done with her outfit and says she feels like doing a 180 to help a wronged opinionated bitch, getting a laugh from Flurry.
While I don't like Staryu, I definitely do think she's trying to redeem herself in my eyes, and I'm surprised she's actually attempting that with her behavior of the season.
The queens gather around the table with their designs and start chatting about the events of the season. Pave asks if any of the queens thinks the eliminated girls were robbed. Flurry says that she thinks that Silver had a good track record but didn't do good in the lip sync, and she says he probably would have gone home this week anyway, getting some laughs from the others.
I'm glad we are acknowledging that this cast isn't that strong. All Shade JK girls, don't kick me out of the group chat, haha.
Tiny says she's kind of gagged that Lilamon was eliminated so early, and she wishes she would have saw more from Lilamon. Staryu nods and says she agrees, but Lilamon was just too quiet for a cast that has a lot of personalities. Pave says is gagged that Staryu is being semi-congenial, getting laughs from the others. Staryu says she's not just being congenial to make sisters, it's for her secret plan, getting more laughs.
Girl, Staryu's plan better just be congenial, so then she can at least win something, because there's no way she has a shot at winning if she even had one.
Flurry then asks who Pave thinks was the robbed queen of the season. Was Pave then says he would have loved to see Miku go farther, but it just wasn't meant to be, getting laughs from the others. The queens continue to talk before production alerts the queens to get ready for the runway.
In your walk, head to toe, let your whole body talk. And what?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the main stage of Cartoon Drag Race Holland. I'm your host, Muse, and this week I challenged my sickening top 4 to partake in the franchise ball. Now let's meet our judges. Permanent judges Katie and Sadie, and our extra special guest judge, the winner of Cartoon Drag Race Philippines Season 1, Camilla. Now then, let's see how my queens do.
Staryu, Pave and Tiny Kong had a good performance.
Girl, full tea, I stormed this week. My favorite franchise category, I was paying tribute to the ever iconic Philippines. I mainly did this because I knew Camilla would eat this runway up. My iconic look I chose to do was the aftermath of Lance's runway in episode 3. And of course, my favorite winner is my very own mother, the OG winner Starmie.
This is the last time I'll be on this damn runway, and I made a statement here. My favorite franchise had to be the original cartoon Drag Race. I've gone full grayscale like a classic cartoon honey. My iconic look was Azura's iconic runway look that literally won her a challenge, and maybe it can happen for me. And finally, my favorite winner just had to be the underrated diva Doris.
I loved walking this runway so much. First, my favorite franchise was France, and I walked out as Panacea's dead body. This isn't the type of drag I do, but I want to show how versatile I am. My iconic runway was Celestia's lip-sync SmackDown burned gown, of course. After the burn, haha, I think the judges were gagged. And finally, my favorite winner, the mother herself, Talia. I cleared tonight, but I think it might be a close race for a win.
Madame Fleury had a bad performance.
This is a close race, I'll be honest, but I think I did good. My favorite franchise was Toontown, and I painted myself as if I was Mickey, Minnie, Oswald, and it was a stray from my style. My iconic look was Elisa's aquatic runway from Philippines, again a stray from my usual pageant queen drag, but I think I made it my own. And finally, my favorite queen, the Alolan legend herself, Laurantis. I have long sleeves resembling her claws and bug prosthetics on my face, but I still kept it as a signature pageant gown.
Wow, girls, this was iconic. I'm so glad to see the four of y'all evolve throughout the season and shape your drag into the queens you are now. Now let's start with our critiques. Tiny, we will start with you first, dear.
Tiny, I think what you showed tonight was a mix of your sense of humor and style. Your first look gagged me. I never watched the season until this point, but I never imagined you'd come out as a dead body. However, if you're going to do a dead body, I think you need to be more dull. I'm not an alt queen artist by any means, but I know how to darken a face, and I think you needed it. Your second look is giving me PTSD, and your final look was cute, a bit basic for this point, but it definitely captures the vision of what if Talia became Tiny Kong.
Tiny, I think you swung, and while you hit some points, I feel like not all of them were hit. While your Talia makeup is on point like most of the season, your first two looks are just so out of the box. You haven't done makeup like this and had to try, and I'm just not seeing the full vision. The outfits were cute, very Tiny Kong, but at this point, everything needs to be perfect, and the mug might have pulled you back.
Well, I think the judges liked my looks, and for my first time trying to do spooky shit, I think I did pretty good, so suck it. Don't let them see this.
Alright, next. Star you. I'll start, and honey, you've definitely gagged me the most this week. The Philippines-inspired outfit, honestly my favorite of your ball package, I think, throughout the competition. You've grown with your outfits and your other two looks show it, because girl, that Starmie look, I was speechless. You not only look like her, you captured her essence.
Star you, I'm gagged. First off, the Philippines look. First of all, I'm glad you like the franchise. I do too, because I won, but anyways, that look was beautiful. One thing I think you could work on is just your runway walk. You felt a bit rigid, and that could just be the nerves, but your mug is stamped and your other two looks. Mama, I was gagged again. I love seeing baby queens who can walk out onto a runway and look phenomenal with a mug, outfit, or just charisma, and you definitely have all that.
Camilla's critique about my runway walk, well, I don't care because my walk was fierce, and she can't walk because her huge ass boobs take up too much space.
Okay, next. Fleury.
Fleury, I can definitely tell by the way you hold yourself. You're a very seasoned queen. I've actually heard of you before, and I imagined something different from you. This ball package just felt so empty. Your Elise look is cute, but it felt like you were doing something you're not. I think it's good to step out of your comfort zone, but it felt so far away from it. You just didn't really sissy that walk like you thought you did. However, this look is cute. The silhouette is cute, but the long sleeves feel out of place and look almost messy.
Unfortunately, I do agree, Fleury. This package wasn't my favorite. It felt slightly sloppy and a bit unbalanced. I know you can do well in a design challenge, but I'm afraid we didn't see it tonight like I thought we would.
Well shit, I'm probably lip-syncing tonight, but I could care less, no matter who's in the bottom with me, because I'll be making that damn finale.
And last but not least, Paige, now then girl, this grayscale look is so iconic. But I love how you still captured your drag style but turned it vintage and this Olympic goddess Azura type style. Oh mama, I was loving. And finally your Doris runway. It's a cute gown, however, I don't think this was the right choice for you. Like we said, for the other queen, she feels like a total 180 to your drag style, and it feels like you're disconnected to what you're bringing to the runway, but still it's cute.
Paige, now I didn't know what to expect for New Horizons drag after seeing Ione, haha. But bitch, this definitely ate. I'll be clear, I agree with Musa. The Doris look, while cute, you paid tribute to a legend in our community. It just feels like you aren't really fitting her drag into your drag, which was mostly the challenge. But don't get it twisted, you still ate the first two looks, honestly.
Well, I'm happy I redeemed New Horizons in the eyes of Camilla. Ione, I'm looking at you ho take my dance classes after I win the crown. But I'm very happy the judges were loving my looks. The competition is stiff, but maybe I can sneak out a win.
Now my queens, with the critiques in mind. Staryu, congratulations, you're the winner of this week's challenge, meaning you've moved on to the grand finale.
Holy shit! I just made the finale. Never have I been so happy in my life. Now it's time to follow in Starmie's footsteps and win the first season.
Flurry, your looks did gag us, but not in the way you thought. I'm sorry, my dear, but you are up for elimination.
Alright Flurry, just one more lip sync before you can see that crown. Bottom to placement or not, that crown is mine, I can smell it.
Tiny and Pavey both have done great throughout the competition, but one will be lip-syncing tonight, and the other will go to the finale with Staryu. Pavey are safe, and that means you'll be at the finale.
Suck it bitch, Sive made the top 3 Pave Nation coming for a final 3 domination, I know that's right.
This unfortunately means Tiny, Flurry, I'm sorry my dears, but you are up for elimination and one will be eliminated. This week I challenged you to perform a lip sync to Suddenly I See by KT Tunstall. Now then, good luck and don't fuck it up.
I can't fuck this up. I'm so close. I didn't come this far just to be cut a top 4. I'm sorry, Flurry, but you gotta go, bitch.
Flurry had a good lip sync, Tiny flopped the lip sync.
Flurry, Shantae, you stay tiny, my dear. You've shown us the power of the Kong dynasty, and we hope you're proud of what you've done here. But now I must unfortunately ask you to sashay away. Now then, I must ask, are you on Team Staryu, Team Pave, or Team Flurry? Comment in the comment section of who you're rooting for.
The top 3 all walk into the Untucked Lounge. Both Flurry and Pave on the verge of tears due to happiness, and Staryu says she expected to be in the top 3, getting a laugh from Pave and Flurry. Pave says is surprised Staryu and Flurry aren't screaming death threats at each other, getting a laugh from Staryu. Staryu says she's decided to put her big girl panties on and apologize, and Flurry says she's happy that Staryu decided to save her dwindling career. Staryu dramatically gasps and calls Flurry a bitch. Both Flurry and Pave congratulate Staryu for her win, and Staryu thanks the two and congratulates Flurry on winning the lip sync. Suddenly production wheels in a TV. The TV then switches onto show Lady Bo. Flurry looks gagged and is about to cry. Lady Bo says she's so proud of Flurry making it so far, and that after winning season 1 she can go on her iconic tour and maybe snatch an Emmy. She then says she's Team Flurry 100% and says she better take the crown home. The TV then switched to show Kix, and Pave cackles upon seeing him. Kix then says is so proud to see Pave making it far, and how the shows in New Horizons have yet to be the same with him not there, and he hopes once Pave comes home he can make her iconic show while with the crown and scepter. The TV then switches to show Sidak and Goldine. The two say how proud they are of Staryu and how Misty and Starmie are as well. Staryu begins to tear up, and the two say they are very excited to see Staryu back home once she snatches the crown, and they both wish her good luck before the TV cuts off. The top 3 then all cheer to being in the top 3 before the Untucked ends.